Hey guys, what's up? This is Shanerator, and I have an important announcement to make. It's a public service announcement, actually, to all you guys. So fundamentally, there are three types of people in this world. There are those that have encounter phobia, there are those who don't know they have encounter phobia, and there are those who are crazy. And it just so happens that I fall into the bigger slice of pie, the people who have encounter phobia. Because for the most part, we humans are not fond of interactions with other humans that we generally don't know very well, or sort of know, or don't really want to know. Let me give you an example. So there I was, walking into Winco, and I was just buying stuff that normal 22-year-old guys like me would buy. Like cereal, Pringles, Oreos, double stuffed Oreos, mega stuffed Oreos, and sometimes oysters. Just, you know, the normal stuff. And I was going through the bulk section because, man, Winco has some great bulk items, let me tell you. But I was perusing the candy. My eyes were just like laser beams, just going across all of these magical trays holding these cheap bunches of candy and assorted goodies. And then my eyes glanced up and I saw somebody. I saw someone that I sort of knew, that I remembered her from a previous church group or something, right? It had been 4 or 5 years. I sort of knew her, she sort of knew me. This was evidenced in the fact that about the same time that my eyes went up from the bulk candy, her eyes went from the produce and met mine. I saw her staring at me, and she saw me staring at her. We held that gaze for what appeared to be a mini eternity. And after that bit of time, my eyes kind of glanced away from her and looked at the candies and then went back to her. And she was still staring at me. And then finally we did what normal civil adults would do. We kind of went at 45-degree angles and kind of departed ways. She continued up the produce and I continued up through the bulk candy aisle. And I just kind of shrugged it off, you know? I was on a mission, and my mission was for bulk candy, not to hold stares with a girl that I sort of knew. So I continued up the aisles. I grabbed my candy, I grabbed the cookies, I grabbed the oysters, and I rounded a corner. Boom! There she was! The same freaking girl buying stuff in the aisle that I was supposed to be going to. So, you know what I did? I kind of went the opposite direction, actually. I circumvented the aisle and decided in my mind, okay, I can come back for this stuff in about 2 minutes when she's not going to be here, and I'll instead buy stuff from this part of the store where I know she's not going to be at. It was a logical thing to do, right? So I went to the other part of the store, bought the stuff there that I needed, and went back and she was gone. Didn't have to do any more awkward stuff, like staring. I mean, who likes staring? I got my stuff from that aisle, and there was one thing left on my grocery list. Paper towels. I went to the back of the store and to the paper towel aisle. There's a lot of different paper towels. The thing about the paper towels that I was looking for is I like to get the cheap stuff. There really is no need for me to buy the triple cushiony, super resilient paper towels that are 3 inches thick for $10 a roll when I can just get the Winco ones for 50 cents a piece. They were at the end of the aisle, like the far end. There was nothing weird about it. I was just going to get the paper towels at the end of the aisle, passing by all the premium versions, which went from most expensive to moderately expensive to cheap to bare bones minimum paper towels. That's where I was headed. So I literally get to the end of that aisle and I almost make it to the paper towels that I need. And at that moment, she rounds the corner. Boom! The same girl that I had tried to avoid twice had come around. There was nothing wrong with this girl. I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, she was decent, okay? The point is, I didn't know her very well. I saw her come around the corner. I didn't even have to make eye contact. My peripherals, I could see this silhouette of a figure stop for about half a second and briskly move behind me as I was staring at those paper towels. And I just kind of froze there. What do I do? And I don't blame her for moving so briskly. Heck, I am the only half American, half Chinese guy for probably a 7-mile radius at least. I would probably run if I saw that too. She kept on moving, and thankfully, she had business towards the end of the aisle. I took the long way around, as to avoid walking next to this girl. Whew. So there's an example of encounters where you see people that you sort of knew, and they sort of knew you too, but you both kind of mutually agreed to not talk. They're a scary thing, believe it or not. I do have a solution for you. To avoid these encounters with people, here's what you do. Stay home. Barricade your doors. Lock your windows. Put planks up and signs that say, "Do not enter. There is a rabid poodle on the premises." Okay, don't really do all that. But maybe the first part. stay home and just order your food on Amazon. That way, you can avoid all those big department stores where all these encounters take place, because all the ones that I have happened to me in big department stores. So therefore, I can only safely assume that everyone else has these encounters in big department stores. Just order your food on Amazon. It's worth it. Because if you have Prime, not only is it free 2-day shipping, that's basically it. It's free 2-day shipping that you can buy your food from and avoid these horrible encounters. And that's what you do. Any questions?